Class E podcast listeners, we are starting a brand new segment we are calling Everyday Entrepreneur. And so our guests for the next few weeks will be folks who participated in the Greenville Starts program with the Hill Institute for Innovation and Entrepreneurship here at Furman University. In this episode of Everyday Entrepreneur, we are so lucky to have Joey Loman with us today, who is the founder of Synergy Mill right here in Greenville, South Carolina. And Joey, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
So I want to talk about what Synergy Mill is because I want to make sure everybody gets the idea that anybody can go there. Yeah, tell us about Synergy Mill.
Well, Synergy Mill is a community workshop. Some people call it a makerspace. But it's basically a big room with tools in it. And for a monthly subscription, you can come in and make whatever you want with the tools we have, which metalworking tools, woodworking tools, 3D printers, laser cutters, sewing machines, painting supplies, pretty much anything that you need to create and make a thing.
Wow, that's so cool. So you help other people bring their ideas to fruition.
That is correct. We have people come in with ideas on a napkin, and we help them create what you might consider an alpha level prototype, beta prototypes, and then get them ready for manufacturing if they want to do a manufacturing thing. Or we have people just come in and say, I want to play with 3D printing, and never done that kind of thing before,
right.
and we just get them started. So
if they're thinking about getting, for instance, a 3D printer, maybe they don't want to drop the money on that yet, they come to Synergy Mill, practice a little bit, and then they're like, oh yeah, I want one of my own.
Yes, and we have equipment that most people don't have at home.
Right.
We have a 3 foot by 5 foot 130 watt laser cutter.
Wow.
That you can just walk in, grab a piece of wood, put it in the laser cutter, print you out a sign, and walk out with a sign that you could sell on eBay for $40.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So Joey was in the Greenville Starts program, this first cohort that we just finished. And I know some of the people in that cohort actually came to Synergy Mill before they came to Greenville Starts and did their prototypes with you?
That is correct.
Talk to me a little bit about some of the takeaways that you got from the program, because you were, unlike some of the other folks in there, you are not a complete startup. You've had this business for a while.
The Greenville Starts program is a really cool program for us to be involved with, and I, like you said, I was there for a couple of reasons. One, to help evaluate the program, help move things forward, because we have been a small business for 6 years. Yeah. This is our 6th year. As a nonprofit makerspace. So I participated to help evaluate the program and to see if there was anybody in the program that might need some help, especially with developing prototypes or making things.
Right.
And then, of course, the third part there was I really got a lot out of the program of helping entrepreneurs kind of reframe or get a frame on where to start and what to do and some of the pitfalls that you could fall into and possibly get some directions.
Yeah. Did you get any personal moments of epiphany that you were like, oh, I should really do this with Synergy Mill?
Yeah, there were a few spots like that. And Synergy Mill, it's an interesting place because people come to us with ideas.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they're like, well, I can open up an Etsy shop with this. And then they rent a space from us there in the shop, and then they hire somebody, and then they're like, hey, we're doing a lot of work. We need to hire another guy, and we don't have enough room here. And so this has happened about 14 times.
Yeah, that's awesome.
In our spot. So we have become basically a business incubator.
Yeah.
Unintentionally, but that's what's happening. And so we are moving in that direction of helping people build products.
Yeah.
And create things and make a small business or even a lifestyle business out of it.
I love this. I want to talk a little bit about advice that you have, because you've had your business for 6 years now, so you've gone through all of that initial stuff, and you probably had some heartache and some issues with COVID, as we all have. Talk a little bit about some advice that you have for people who are just starting out.
Well, there's a lot of opportunities out there, and I think to go and do a thing, you can do first. The first choice is to do the right thing, and the second choice is to do the wrong thing, and the worst choice of all is to do nothing.
Right.
So step out and try something. Either if you want to start a business, do that. If you want to start a hobby, definitely do that. Right now is a great time to do that because we're all at home, and
right.
You can do home workshop stuff or just do something. If you want to create a thing, lots of prototypes, fail fast and often. Create those prototypes as quick as you can, even if it's crayons and paper and tape and whatever it is, that thing that you want to build. Start a prototype as fast as you can, make it fail, build another one, make it fail, and pretty soon you're going to come up with something that works. Do that fast as you can.
I like that, and the place that you can do that is Synergy Mill, everybody. Absolutely. The last day of class, you were showing me some prototype that you had created for yourself, and I can't remember the name of it because it was kind of above my head a little bit. Can you tell us about that?
So yes, one of my companies is Okie Dokie Smoky that me and my wife run. We make cigar-related accessories. We upcycle cigar boxes into purses and tables and things like that. And we make keychains that look like cigars. And one of those types of keychains that we have has a RFID near-field tag, so that you can run it across your phone and it will tell you information like your website, your phone number, links to emails and contact information like that. So you've probably seen those little cards that you can get, the smart business cards. Well, this is a keychain with one of those in it.
Oh, very cool.
So that you can share, or if somebody finds your keys, they can just, they see the tag on there, it runs across there, it says, hey, this is Joe's keys.
That's amazing. How did you come up with that idea?
I just tried to figure out how I could make a keychain more valuable. Right. Have more value to it.
Right, than just a keychain.
Yeah. Adding value.
Adding value, and a dual purpose is always good. So speaking of Synergy Mill, where is it located for people who are in the Greenville area, and then how can others find you online?
We are located right at the edge of West Greenville. SynergyMill.com is our website, and you can hit the join button or you can hit the donate button, and there's also links out to Facebook, Instagram, Etsy, and even some more stuff.
All right, Joey, thank you so much for coming on.
Certainly.
I appreciate you being here.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on.
And as always, thank you so much for choosing the Class E podcast. Before I let you go, a big announcement. Now you have 2 ways to soak up the information and discussions shared in the Class E podcast. We've launched the Class E podcast YouTube channel. So check that out and watch our episodes there, or of course you can find the audio version wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, watch out for our brand new short segments coming soon, Everyday Entrepreneur. Learn in brief how everyday people become entrepreneurs as they share their stories with us. The Hill Institute is excited to announce another packed cohort of 25 aspiring entrepreneurs for the Greenville Starts program. This is an 8-week experience put on in partnership with the City of Greenville, South Carolina Department of Commerce, and SCRA that delivers the training, connections, and access to capital for startups of all types who are launching or growing their ventures in Greenville, South Carolina. If this program sounds like something you or a friend might be interested in or want to apply, simply Google Greenville Starts. Remember, the Class E podcast is made possible through a partnership between the Hill Institute for Innovation and Entrepreneurship and the Communication Studies Department here at Furman University. This episode is produced by students Emma Kerr and Eliza Polich. I'm your host, Mary Sturgill. Until next time, dream big, everybody.